just have to say, I am so honored that I am finally talking with you. As you know, I have
Aw,
been a fan of your brand for years. I'm literally
you're
wearing the
so
first
nice.
ring that I ever got from you guys.
Aw.
So glad that you're doing this. I mean, as you know, I'm the co-founder, creative and style director of Athleisure
Yes.
Mag. And also we do something called the Athleisure Mag Summit Series where we do interviews with people that if people hop on, they can hop on, but then we also put it on YouTube so people can understand about great brands that I truly just have a passion for.
Oh,
And you are just
that is so nice of you.
I am beyond obsessed. Like literally, I remember my first blog that I had ever written was like back in 2004 from a site that no longer exists. And I saw this ring and I wrote about it. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing, whatever. Who knew like 2004, by the time it was
I
2011,
know.
my boyfriend, who I'm still with, who is the co-founder of Athleisure Bag, randomly bought the piece, not knowing if I liked it or not, buying it on Lang 23, and he didn't know that I
Oh
knew
my
them.
God.
And they were like, wait, are you sending this to Kimmie? And he was like, yeah. They're like, oh, we know her ring size. Don't get this size. Get this size. And so like he was like, I don't know if you're gonna like it. I'm like, oh my God, Virgin Saints. And then springboard again 2 years later, I'm in the Dominican doing my Sebago shoe line because I had a collab with them that we sold in
Hmm.
HSN. And I met one of your leather people because they were doing our like the leather
Yes.
shoes. And he literally runs across Santo Domingo wherever we were eating, and he's like, "Is that Virgin Saints and Angels?" And so it's just, and it's a brand I love to wear. I wear it every single day. I love
Aw,
everything about it. So I just want to say thank you so much. Your aesthetic is something that I just appreciate, and I
you
thank you for taking the time. So
are.
prior to launching Virgin Saints and Angels, tell me a bit about your background because you were like in marketing and fashion, so you are an industry veteran.
Yes. I mean, I've been in fashion since I was probably 16.
Hmm.
I mean, starting out at,
Same.
the local department store and moving on from there. But yeah, I worked at Levi Strauss and I had the best title on the planet. I was called an image consultant.
Oh, okay, that is the best job.
It's a great title.
Yep.
I loved handing that card out. So, but I was basically in charge of like going out and checking out boutiques, searching out new places for us to be in. So I was
Hmm.
kind of always on the cusp of what was happening.
Yeah.
So when I moved down to San Miguel and I wanted to do something, well, actually, I'm going to backtrack a little bit because when I moved to San Miguel,
Hmm.
I originally started doing these plastic bags, these woven plastic bags,
Hmm.
and they were super cute. I reinvented the whole plastic bag world in the Mercado, but I
Wow.
had to brand it because I'm a marketing person.
Right.
So the branding in these plastic bags, I couldn't sew anything in there. It was cheesy to glue something. So
Yeah.
I had the weavers who were the prisoners.
Wow.
They did that job in the prison system here in
Yeah.
Mexico. So I had them weave this little bitty metal ring and I did a key fob.
Oh. Okay.
And then that key fob turned into a belt buckle, which then turned into a ring and a rosary, and that's how it all began.
Because I was like, where does this all come from? Because I'm just like, there had to be a core, and I'm like, I don't get the leap, but I'll finally get to ask her because I mean,
Yeah,
it's an extensive assortment, but it's definitely planned. And I'm like, but where was the root? Now I got it.
right. So it's like here I was, and I was making these little bitty key fobs, and I had under resin a sweet little logo,
Yep.
and then Fred Siegel was buying the bags, and Fred
Hmm.
Siegel said to me, "Do you think you could just sell me some of the keychains?" I was like, "Oh my God, that would be
Yeah.
great because the bags take up their major bulk, right?
Yes.
So most of the cost of the bag was the shipping."
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I can ship 100 keychains in a little bitty box like that. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So then I started putting the religious imagery in it and putting these cute little hang tags on it. It's like Adam and Eve, and the tag would
Yeah.
be, they always look better than they taste. Or, just something fun about a
Yep.
Virgin of Miracles or whatever. I had these cute little tags going on. And
Wow.
then Fred Siegel went crazy over them. And I was just selling them as fast as they got in. And then eventually, then, like I said, it turned into a belt buckle. And literally, I was walking down the street in LA with my belt buckle. And oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the name of the actor. Um, uh, who is the guy in The Matrix?
Keanu Reeves?
No, 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 no.
Lawrence
Um,
Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne.
What?
So it was a relative of his that stopped me and
Right.
said, "What is that you're wearing?" And I told her, I said, "Well, I just made this belt buckle. It was my prototype." She's like, "Well, I have to have one."
Oh my God.
And so
That is insane.
I just took it off my body and sold it to
You're-
her.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then I was like, I think I could be onto something.
I mean, the pieces are so iconic. I mean, when we had Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules as a cover and she wore the crown, right?
Oh,
Like,
she was
there's
great.
just, it's just amazing. And even if I'm just walking down the street and sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I just finally got out of the house. I've got leggings on and I still look cute, but it's like whatever. But the rings, they're just like, wait, what
Yeah,
is, and they're like, what is this? And where do they come from? Like, how, what is your sourcing process like? Because I do love like the elements and the pieces, like the, the San Benito ring and the Magdalena. Like, where do you get all of
right.
these things from?
Well, I mean, the inspiration is local. It's
Hmm.
all Mexico. I mean, when I came here, I was like, I don't get it. I come from the Midwest where religion
Same,
is like private, right?
same.
I'm from near Chicago.
Okay, I'm from Indianapolis originally.
Ah,
So,
okay.
yeah, I live in New
Well,
York now, but I totally get you. Like,
okay.
yes, but you don't really
Yes,
talk about like,
it's reserved, right? And then I moved to
yes.
Mexico, and like Guadalupe is like on every other tattooed man.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy,
Yeah.
right? I'm like,
Wow.
this is very interesting.
Mm.
So then I just started looking into it more, and it's like adding this kind of gothic kitsch because I was definitely more of a punk goth chick when I was young.
Hmm.
It's like I had this spiky hair and black, and that was my thing. So I definitely have that a little bit of those elements in every piece that I do.
Hmm.
There's something about, and the Magdalena was like, the wearing a rosary and just
Yeah.
like wrapping it around.
Yep.
But I particularly love the belt buckles. I mean, to
Hmm.
me, the belt buckles are it. It's like, and that was my go-to. That was my piece that I was known for because every celebrity you could imagine would wear a
Yeah.
belt buckle and be pictured in it, and you see it.
You see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
like,
like,
yeah.
yeah, an earring they're not going to see necessarily.
Yep.
A ring they're not necessarily going to, but
Right.
they're
But
not
that
missing
buckle,
that belt buckle.
yep. Wow. And I love the Gothica style of it. I always say there's this like noir macabre, but not where it's fully leaning wherever, but enough like
Exactly.
because I'm not really a preppy girl. I grew up as a preppy girl because well, Midwest. But I love taking the pieces and it's like grounding. Like it's edgy, but at the same time it's super approachable. And the conversations I have around the pieces, they go on for minutes because people are just like, wait, but
Yeah,
it's a cross, but then there's this, and it's
I
like,
know.
there's
It
like all
does.
these things.
Yeah, it does kind of push the limits. I'll never forget one time I was in San Francisco and I'm in a store and a woman came in and she said, "Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, like my grandparents have a dining room with all like the black velvet Jesus and Mary and
Hmm.
they're very, very religious." And then she's wearing her Virgin of Guadalupe belt buckle. She goes, "I feel kind of dirty wearing this." So it definitely like pushes something,
It push,
right?
yeah, but it's beautiful. And then the imagery that you put around them, I mean, it all comes together for this cohesive story. And even sometimes when I don't have the time to like email your team, like, hey, can I pull pieces? I have enough pieces. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna throw that
Oh,
in. Or
oh, honey, we're so happy to work with you.
well,
We are so happy to work with you.
sometimes we have a 12-hour turnaround. So it's like, yikes. But like there was a set that you guys had that was kind of like the cameo. And it was the cameo with the black velvet. And then you
Oh,
also had
yes.
these, yeah. So we
I
did that at
love
the
that.
Algonquin. And I worked with your team and pulled, and I was like, we're putting the whole thing. And they're like, all the pieces? I'm like, the whole thing. Like
You're too cute.
because it's so cool. So where do you start in your design process? I mean, like you said, being where you are, just walking the streets is just
Yeah,
crazy inspiration.
yeah. Well, my new collection that's just coming out is Brigid. So Brigid took me back to my original roots.
Yeah.
So when I first was introduced to San Benito,
Yep.
I was in Ireland
Mm.
and I saw the Celtic cross and I thought, well, I remember being in San Miguel and seeing the San Benito monastery.
Yeah.
It's like, that is the Celtic cross. So I come
Hmm.
back to San Miguel and I write the Theologian Society and I said, da 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 da, to kind of denied it. And I said,
Mm.
well, that's very strange because it does look exactly the same.
Right.
I'm Celtic roots, so it
Right.
has to be. So, right. And so then wait a minute, Sophie just walked in. Hi, Sophie. So my maid's little girl, um,
Oh,
she sneaks up to chat with me. So here she is.
hello.
Say hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie. Hello. So cute.
So anyway, so Bridget takes
Hmm.
me back
Yep.
to that trip in Ireland where I
Mm.
first was introduced to that Celtic cross. So it was
Wow.
in a town called Kildare.
Mm.
Kildare happens to be the town where Bridget is.
Wow.
Is from Kildare. And it's so fascinating. I started getting into it because I was like, I want to do something that was very Irish. And so I started looking back into it. It's like, wait a minute. And the famous Celtic cross in
Hmm.
Ireland is in Kildare. And
Mm.
she is the only goddess who is
Mm.
also a saint. So she is a pagan goddess and a saint at the same time. And she's
Interesting.
all four elements. So she's air, water, fire, and air,
Air.
earth, earth,
Yeah.
air, fire, and water.
Now it makes sense with
And
the images once again around it. Now,
exactly
wow.
right.
Yep.
So, it's like I'm tying things back to my Celtic roots,
Yep.
but yet it's still very Mexican inspired, the pieces,
Hmm.
because all of my pieces, by the way, are always handmade.
Which is the other thing I
And
love about it. Like,
yeah,
there's just something that it already comes out with that heritage aspect. And it doesn't feel like something that's like this. It is polished, but polished in a way that's like, oh my God, this was passed down. And so when I put it on, even when I would wear on HSN or TV segments, and it just felt like something that I had had forever, even if it was just brand new to me, which I love
yeah,
pieces like that.
yeah.
Wow.
We go through a lot of, I mean, I wish I had time to bring you, or you need to come down here and we need to go to the workshop
I know. I was like, I
because
want to go and see this. I would
yeah,
probably
I
freak
mean,
out.
all of my clients that come to the workshop, they say, "Oh my goodness, you don't charge enough for your pieces."
Well,
Like
that's the other thing because I was like,
they're
it's
blown
a
away.
great price point, but I'm
Yeah,
like, when you have all those hands touching it, like,
it's a lot. And I have the same workers for 25 years.
really?
Yeah, the same people of what they do. So they love it when I bring a photo in a magazine photo in, and here's Lady
Hmm.
Gaga wearing. Look, like it's so fascinating. They all have little altars on their workstations.
Oh.
Um, they really put a lot of love in what they do.
So when it
It's
comes to
very,
create,
very sweet.
well, that's the thing. So when you make a collection each season, and like Bridget, for example, how long is that process from concepting it to being able
Uh,
to get these? I mean, because that's a lot, especially
yeah,
being handmade.
it's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it can take, I mean, Bridget is coming out on February 1st. And what we do is we always wear the pieces beforehand. And so
Hmm.
then we're down to after a while of wearing a piece, we're
Yeah.
like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
And so we have to change. So there's two pieces that right now we're still in the process of adjusting
Wow.
for Bridget. And it's coming on
Amazing.
February 1st. We have been working on it since October. Yeah. It takes a long, long time. Not just, and I feel like, as a designer, like
Hmm.
I'm working all the time
Of
because
course.
I mean, you don't just stop your brain from being creative,
Exactly.
right? It's like every time you look at something, you're like, how does that translate?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And I love, I actually sit with the workers. I don't draw a picture and hand it to them.
Yeah.
I sit
Mm.
with them while we're making the pieces. And I have my
Mm.
complete attention to them. I don't have my cell phone, I don't have my computer with them. I sit there, it's like, okay, well, let's do that. And then they'll give me ideas. And
Hmm.
we'll do it together.
I love
And
that. That's
yeah,
what
I
I
think
did
that
with my shoes.
yeah,
because they made them in Santo Domingo at Las Plaza Americas. A lot of the shoes are hand done. Like it's crazy because it's like Sebago, but these particular shoes were artisan. And I would like sketch it out with them, like, okay, well, I would like this and this. And I don't speak Spanish, but you're in a room of people that for generations, like you have these younger people and older people, and somehow we would all collaborate. And by the time I left, I had the 12 samples that I needed, show it to HSN, they bought them. And every time I was on air, it was like, but you don't understand. You're with generations of people in a room that this is what they've done for
Oh,
decades. And
yes,
they know that leather better than anybody, or they know
I
where that
know.
last is better than anybody. Like I know what I know, but I was like,
Yeah,
I put it in the hands of the artisans and
yeah.
learned from them because they
It's
were
amazing.
just amazing. They were amazing. Wow.
And I have to say, though, it is very different from, like going to China, so to some factory
Uh-huh.
that they're just throwing things in a machine that's spitting it out.
And they're like,
It's
boop.
very, very different.
Yep.
Very, very different.
Yep.
And, there was a while where there was a copycat of mine from China. You could just,
You knew the difference. Oh, did I lose you?
there.
There we
I
go.
have you again.
Yes.
Sorry,
No,
you
no,
froze
you're
for a minute.
fine. When you do Zooms, you also know that we were doing something in Bali a few weeks ago, and I was like, wow, we're back and forth, but we got it done.
Yeah, it's hard. It's complicated. But yeah, it's people, and I think that people can feel the difference in the pieces
Well,
when
you
it is
have the
touched by a
weight.
hand.
I mean, I have rings that I've had from, let's say it was 2004, another section 2018, something, and it's like the quality and the way that as you wear it, it takes on a life of its own. And it's just, those are pieces you buy into. And once again, when I think about all the stuff on the back end as well as how much it is, I'm like, this could be way more because I have pieces that are like insane and it's
Yeah.
good, but the quality isn't at all there. So, I mean, that's amazing that you're able to do that because if you went and increased it, I wouldn't be surprised because I mean, labor costs, but when you talk about handmade, that's a different animal.
Most jewelry say that it's handmade, but it's hand polished. It's very
Yeah.
different. So
Yeah.
in industry, there's no real, I mean, I'm sure you ran into that with the shoes, handmade.
Yep.
Okay, well, maybe one little insert sole was
Exactly.
handmade. That was it. And everything else was on a machine.
Yep. Yep.
So it's just very, very different. And I guess
Absolutely.
because I do volume, that I'm able to keep my prices where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that definitely helps. And we have a nice kind of flow to our factory.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't call it, I call it a tailleur, but it's, yeah, we have about 13 people and they just think and what they do with that. I don't even, every piece has its own hand antiquing that's a little bit
Mm.
different.
Yeah.
So, because I don't like that whole, normally when they antique a piece in jewelry, they throw it in a black pot and then
Right.
they tumble it and
Yep.
whatever comes off, right?
Hmm.
I don't like that. Like
Yeah.
I like to brush it on by hand and I
Hmm.
tell them where I want it to be more intense and where I want it to be less intense.
Mm. Wow. Once
Yeah.
again, this it's these little details where I'm like,
Yeah.
I had no idea about that because I'm always like, wow, it's not the same all over. But then when my hand hits certain things, I see something
Yeah.
here and something there. And I'm like, maybe it's just me that my skin is making it do that. And you're like, no,
Well,
it's brushed there.
there is that.
Right.
Do you remember the designer, Nicole Mil
Mm.
in my the bridesmaid's dress stuff? Anyway, and she wore that cuff to death. Like she
Hmm.
wore it in the shower, swimming in the ocean. I ran into her in New York and I said, Nicole, do you want me to replate that for you? It was black. And
Yeah.
she's like, it's my natural patinaed piece. It's my personal patina. I'm like, okay,
It's like, if that's what you want.
it's my personal patina.
Oh my
Oh
God.
well.
Who
Anyway,
would
yeah.
Well, who would you say is the Virgin Saints and Angels customer? Like if you had to like put a
Oh,
category or categories.
I know. Well, there's, the woman that I think she is,
Hmm.
she's just this punk, really cool chick, but it's so difficult because we really literally have from Miley Cyrus to Maria Shriver and
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the most bizarre brand because
Hmm.
when a marketing company will come to me and say, "Well, who's your customer?" I'm like, I really, it's like
Yep.
we are all over the board.
Yep.
We're being used in this program called Euphoria.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a
That's huge.
series.
Their third season's coming out.
Yeah, and they're using my pieces all over. Yeah. So it's like, I've got that kind of client. I've never even seen the program. I have no idea what it's
It's
like.
a crazy show. Like I've never really seen it. It's like I think the first season everyone was like 16, but there was a lot of drugs and this one and that one. I always feel really uncomfortable watching like younger kids doing like older
Yeah.
people things.
Yeah.
But I know that it's acclaimed and it's won a lot. I mean, Zendaya, Coleman
Yeah.
Domingo, like it's phenomenal. And now that
Yeah.
it's in the third, I'm like, maybe I'm just gonna have to buck up and just watch this because everybody's
I know
watching
it.
it. But I'm
I'm
just
gonna
like,
have to, yeah, I have to watch it.
but
I
now
have
I'm
to
like,
watch
wait,
it.
if Virgin Saints and Angels is in there,
Hmm.
I gotta see it.
You're gonna see there's a character. I don't think it's Zendaya's character.
Might be
It's
Sydney
another,
Sweeney because she's in it.
maybe it's a main character and she's going to be wearing a signature rosary. Like that's her piece. And then you're going to see a belt buckle.
Yep.
You're going to see several pieces. So
All
I'm
right,
not even sure if I'm supposed to say anything,
I'm not well.
but
I'm not going to share that that out. But that's wow, wow. Well,
yeah.
Euphoria is out like in a week and a half. Like it's pretty soon.
Yeah, they have been posting on it.
I
And
was
then
about to say,
there's a couple other things like when we were just talking about the customers because all of a sudden all these programs are contacting me. So, and they're very kind of witchy.
yeah,
Like there's this kind of witch thing happening now.
yeah,
And it's like when VSA started, it was the religious thing,
right,
the Passion of Christ, the Da
yep,
Vinci Code. So it was like very much that. And then we moved into this, like with Cinderella, then all of a
right.
sudden it was like Once Upon a
Once
Time
upon a
and
time,
all
yeah, because
those
that
kind of programs.
collection,
Like,
yes,
yeah, so I fit in with those things perfectly. And then there was kind of I think things got a little bit boring. And
yeah,
now this whole witch stuff is coming out. So there's
mm-hmm,
a movie called Forbidden Fruit that they chose a bunch of my pieces for. And then there's a
mm-hmm.
new series that they're filming in Canada right now. I sent them like 150 pieces.
Wow.
They went crazy over everything.
I would love to see it in White Lotus. I mean, I know they're not in
Oh,
production yet.
I
Yeah, and
know.
it's funny when Thailand was happening, there was somebody and it was like on their costume team. And I don't think they're there now. And they were like, "Oh, what do you think about this one and this one?" And I was like, "You know what? I love that you use these two designers, but you should reach out to Virgin Saints and Angels. I would be happy to connect you to them." Because I was just like them in White Lotus. I
Yeah,
can only imagine that. If I find the
yeah.
contact, I will
Imagine.
definitely, yeah, because I could
You know
so
what?
see.
It's like I will tell you, I'm not, you know, my team is so professional. And I mean, you've worked with them many a time, but they're just, we say we're going to have it this date, we get it to
It's
you
the,
that
yep.
date, the return label, everything is packaged clean. We do what we say we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many people out there in the industry do that, but
Not a
people
lot.
seem to be pretty shocked that we're so
Because many a
organized.
times I'm like, wait a minute. Like I gave you a
Yeah.
buffer, you still are outside of the buffer. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. So it's like they're kind of like taken back, like, wow, it was really easy to work with you guys.
oh yeah, because everything's
And
in its little baggie, and then I put it all
yeah,
back in, and then I'm like, hey, so and so really like this. And you're like, yeah, let them keep that, but send the like.
yeah,
You guys are just so, and there's not a lot of people like that. And when when you are not like these massive behemoths, you have to do certain
yes,
things. Just like if
you
I'm saying an
do.
email, oh, this is what's happening, this is the date, I'll get it back to you by this time. Like this is what it is. But certain people are just all over the place and they're like, oh, well, we don't know why we can't make headway. But it's the
Yeah,
details. You could have a
it
great
is.
item, but if you're not following through, if it's
Yeah.
not coming out, like what are you going to do with that?
And yeah, and also I have this immense archive.
Well,
And
I was just
so,
about to ask about that because
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But so like this program called The Body that's coming out,
hmm
they were like, okay, so here's the storyline. And they gave me the storyline and I was like, okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to pick out all the pieces.
Yep.
and then you tell me the direction. And so then
Mm.
I gave them my mood board with all the pieces. They were like, oh my God, because it's a lot of pieces that they don't see on the website.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I can just pull from the archive and it's just so fun. And it's like most people don't even realize I do headpieces. Well, I've got thousands
Tons.
of headpieces, but
Hmm.
I'm not going to put them on my website. It's
Yep.
complicated, and
Yep.
people don't necessarily want to spend over $1,000 on a headpiece that they're going to wear once.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. But it is there. Should you want it.
they're perfect at it. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, it's been so much fun. So much fun. I can't even believe I've had this life.
I mean, it's amazing. And just from the photo shoot perspectives, I mean, those are productions in and of themselves. I mean, obviously, we do them a lot here at Athleisure Mag. What is that like? Because they are so immersive. I mean, the storytelling is so tight. You literally feel like you understand that collection in pieces based on like from the people to the settings. I mean, there was one that you
Yeah,
did that's like the Last Supper, and I was just like, my God.
I know. So
I
crazy.
loved it.
So
I
those
loved
photo
it.
shoots, yeah, that one was so controversial. So I would have these surprise photo shoots with my team. So
Hmm.
that was one of the team photo shoots.
Oh
So
my
they
God.
don't, yeah, they don't know what's going to happen that day. We're all
Hmm.
having just a meeting like we normally do. And I've got, that's all in my house.
Yeah.
I've got the makeup artist sneaking in, the costume guy, the hair
Yep.
guy, everyone's setting up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, girls, this is it. And here we are, the Last Supper photo shoot. I've
Yeah.
got I've got Mariana's there with her long black hair, naked,
Yep.
covering her breasts with the black tears, with a huge belt buckle. There's 12 women, and we're all like dressed super elegant with the crazy hairdos. And then I said, I need a crystallized turkey.
Yeah.
We have to
Oh.
have the food has to be crystallized.
Yep.
So it's just, we have so much fun with those shoots, so much
Oh.
fun. And listen, they're all either at my office or in my house.
Yeah, I mean, and
Every
that's
photo
what I
shoot.
love about it. Like, that is so smart. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, there have been times that I would look at certain of your photo shoots and it became a mood board for a certain look I was trying to do
Yeah.
for something that we were styling. And I was like, it's literally art. Like,
Yeah. It
the
is kind
crystal
of
food
crazy,
took me
right?
out.
Because I really kind of go outside of it. It's like, I'm not looking at like what this, it's like when I do Marie Antoinette,
Yep.
she's going to have the white makeup on. She's going to do the whole thing, right? It's like,
Hmm.
forget this kind of hybrid.
Yep. Yep.
We're doing the real deal.
Oh no, I love it. What would be
Yeah.
three key pieces that you feel if someone's just starting their collection that they should have as a great representation of like the Virgin Saints and
Okay.
Angels brand?
Well, for certain, my Magdalena. That's the
Hmm.
multi-beaded piece. It's super versatile. That was the very, very first necklace I ever designed.
Yeah.
And it's still on the line. It's still my number one piece.
Hmm.
Lady Gaga wears it. Madonna wears it. Everyone. I mean, that was the necklace that Britney Spears put me on the map with also.
Hmm. Yep.
So, and when Britney Spears was going through her, I'm not sure what that was when it was Save Britney,
Yep.
that moment where she was kind
Yeah.
of like all of a sudden all over the internet, she
Yeah.
decides to post a picture of her naked like this
Yep.
with only my necklace.
Yep. Yep. I remember I
I
was just
mean,
like,
yeah, no,
yep.
she is like Maria Magdalena reincarnated.
Yeah.
But that necklace has been worn by, like I said, Lady Gaga. And she wore it when with her show for the halftime
Yep.
show. She was wearing it. I
Hmm.
mean, it's like people choose to wear my pieces in key
Key
moments,
moments. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And Miley Cyrus wore that necklace forever,
Yep.
and it was just like that. It means something to them.
Yep.
So Magdalena definitely, and I would definitely say a VSA ring.
Oh yeah.
So one of our rings is key and a belt buckle. So
Hmm.
a belt buckle is just the great statement. And
Yeah.
actually, a lot of people think that a belt buckle, oh, you have to have a skinny waist, or no, you don't,
Nope.
because you
Nope.
could wear your belt buckle high on the waist.
Yep.
And when the belt buckle is this big,
Yep.
it's somehow an illusion.
That's what I tell people all the time. I'm like,
Yeah,
are you kidding
it's
me?
an
I'm like,
illusion.
I'm like, honestly, once it's on your body, you're not gonna you'll just forget that it's even there. But except for people stopping, like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God, that
yeah.
is,
But I would say, you know, those those three items. I mean, definitely the Magdalena as
yeah.
the necklace, the beaded necklace, and then a buckle and a ring.
Mm,
And my rings are definitely statement rings, as you know.
yes.
And don't be afraid of them.
Yeah.
You
That's what I
know?
tell people all the time. And they're like, oh my God, but it's so heavy. I'm like, it's actually not. And once you're always wearing it, like I type with them, like I don't leave I don't leave the house without them on. Like I have my mix that I like to wear. And it just becomes a part of you. Like it's just I
Yeah.
would feel weird leaving the house without it. I think the only time maybe I don't is if I'm doing something and they're like, oh, well, this is the look that we're going for. It has to be like this. And that's fine. But then as soon as I'm done with it, I'm like, whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
When I'm at the
exactly.
nail salon, they
It's like your
sit there.
protection.
Yeah, like I literally feel like because I've had them for so long, and even when it's a new one, I'm so excited about, oh, am I gonna wear this one or this one? And I always have 4 and 5 rings on my hand, so I usually have two of yours that are on my hand at any given time. So it's like it's something that I really love them. And then when I go to the website, I'm always like, I love seeing the new stuff, and I'm like, she must have a serious archive because there were a few years ago I was asking.
You can't believe it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, do you have something like this? And they're like, oh, well, because I didn't know if we could do the photo shoot. Ended up not happening. But there were pieces I was like, I have never seen that, but I love it. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, the archives are unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just like, my God. And that's
Um,
to your point. I was like, yeah, we need to go one day. We need to go.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Bring your
gosh.
boyfriend down. I have to stay. It would be awesome.
100%.
The
But
the other there's I know pieces.
hmm
I and there was a big spread with Tim McGraw. And
hmm
so Tim McGraw, he was styled in many of the pictures, and they'd
Yep.
say, the Sherling coat was Dolce Gabbana, da, da, da,
Yep.
da, da. And then the best photo of all was a full page shot of him in his lounge chair in his
Yep.
office.
Yep.
And he had his belt buckle
Yep.
on, his
Yeah.
VSA belt buckle, and his hat, and his, favorite denim shirt. And they said the buckle was the designer's own. And I was like, he was so proud of
Yeah.
wearing that piece. And
Oh.
I don't care if he doesn't say my name. That's not the point. The point
Because you know
is,
when you look at it, because I remember seeing the picture and I was like, that's virgins.
yeah. I mean, this is the thing that's like, he chose that outfit
Yeah.
because that was the picture. And he looked so relaxed and so great. That was the best of all the pictures.
Oh yeah. It looked good.
So, yeah. And then you've got, we get phone calls and emails and things all the time about people claiming that the pieces have done something to save their life. I
Wow.
mean, it is bizarre. Like we had a woman from New York City.
hmm
She called the office and one of Allie answered the phone and this woman was crying so much and Allie's English wasn't great.
hmm
And so Allie handed the phone over to me and this woman was crying so badly. I said, ma'am, give me someone else. I can help you. Just give me another phone number to call for you. You have the wrong number. Da, da. She
Right.
says, no, is this the jewelry company, Virgin Saints and Angels? I
Right.
said, yes. So she started telling us this story that she was wearing her Guadalupe belt buckle
hmm
in Central Park.
hmm
She walked up to this woman who was crying on a park bench and she put her hand on the woman's shoulder and said, can I help you? And the woman looked up and saw the belt buckle and looked at the woman and said, you just did. And
Wow.
she had prayed to Guadalupe that morning asking for a sign where she was going to end her life. I
Oh.
mean, we were all crying by the end of that story. It was just like, what?
Wow.
So we do get these kind of stories. People from Patagonia saying that there was a life-saving event that happened while they were wearing this necklace. They will never take it off. You know, it's you can't believe some of the things that we deal with. But there is a power behind the pieces. I believe it.
Wow. Well, I always feel settled when I wear them. Like I just put it's like my last piece of armor before I go
So we,
out.
we sound like we sound like lunatics.
No, but it's like I've always felt that an accessory, it's what the designer had intended. And
Yeah.
then it mixes with what you are as a person. And then it becomes almost like a totem for all intents and purposes because
Yeah.
you're wearing that every day. You're doing all these different things and you've attached stories to things in moments in time that happened around it. So by
Yeah.
default, it is doing something every time it's on you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
mean,
is. Yeah.
it's
And
not so
jewelry,
strange.
yeah, and I think jewelry much more so than, a sweater or
And I was
you
just
know,
going to say
a
that.
clothing, very
It's
much more.
yeah, it's the same thing like if you walk into someone's home and you feel a vibe, whether it's positive or negative, because those people have been eating, living, and breathing in that space, and that
Yeah,
space is an amplifier. So the
exactly.
pieces that you're wearing, because it's every day and it's next to your skin and it's, doing all the patina of the patinas, it is becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Um, so it has
Yeah.
to, by default. What do
Yeah.
you look for when you think about doing collaborations with people? Like you said, you've done the Disney one, you've had a couple. Like, are there
Yeah.
certain things?
I haven't done a collaboration in a while.
Yeah.
It's I was the first person to collaborate with the Kardashians,
Hmm.
which was quite the adventure.
I am sure.
That was before they were what they are now. It was before social media even
But I'm sure
existed.
still, just because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They were, I will tell you, they were much more professional and buttoned up than you'd imagine.
Mm, very nice.
So, and then I did some with Hallmark and
Yep.
I don't know, it's like it just hasn't hasn't been happening.
Yeah.
Collaborations have not been happening. It's not been first on our list. I mean, to be honest, it's like COVID hit
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I went from being 90% selling to retail stores
Yeah.
to being 90% online. And so this online business is completely new for me.
Wow.
And, I sold to stores. I
Yeah.
had the Yulongs and the Fred Siegels and all the key stores all
Yep.
over the States and in
Yeah.
Europe. And then all of a sudden it's like people didn't come back after COVID.
Yeah.
And if they did, it just wasn't the same.
Well, isn't this? Yeah.
It's
Well,
still
even like
not.
that's what I was just gonna say. Even like when you're pulling from showrooms, like New York has tons of showrooms. They're not the same that they were before. The
No.
depth of line. Some people are like, yeah, we have our office here, but you have to pull it from 3 cities away, and we'll get like
Yeah,
you can't just walk into a showroom. Oh, let me
it's
just pull. Like
different.
everything is just. I'm like, yes, the pandemic is over, but the effects of just how business is done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so, so different. And I had a perfume company that contacted me
Mm,
recently. I'll see if I do something with her.
I can see that.
Um, yeah, and I did actually two perfume companies contacted
Mm.
me. I did something with Jose Cuervo, the tequila
Yeah. Wow.
company.
I could see that. Yep.
Um, so yeah, it's just like, chains and skulls over a bottle. It was
Yep.
cool. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. And I don't even see that so much around. I saw Ghani just did a collaboration with someone and Disney's kind of popping up again.
Yep.
But
Disney's
with
kind of popping
Disney,
up.
yeah, Disney suddenly, I don't know. I think that there's suddenly something with Mickey Mouse that they can start using again.
Hmm.
But no, I haven't. I
Mm.
haven't. It's like, I guess, I'm going to be 64 years old and I'm kind of like, maybe I just am going to be quieter. I don't want to stop working.
Right.
I'll never stop working.
Yeah.
And but I don't need to do like I don't think I could do what we used to do.
Well, and collaborations are tough too because there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of like, okay, well, this is this,
A
but this part
lot.
of and it's like, and it's a lot of just time.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's it's a lot, and sometimes it's
Yeah.
better when
It's a lot.
you can soup to nuts it yourself and you already have your flow versus, oh,
Yeah.
well, this is great, but let's circle back, and 3 months later we're still talking about this.
Yeah. Like I did great like with the Kardashians and with Hallmark and with Disney. They just
Hmm.
said, "Here's the boards, do
Oh,
what you
that's
want."
nice. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So it wasn't like I had to go back and forth and have meetings with them
Okay,
and
that's
decide
nice
on
then.
designs. I
Yeah.
just presented it to them. That was it.
Yeah.
So it's a different kind of collaboration.
Okay, that
And
yeah,
I
because
I think I do best with that.
yeah, because when the back and forth, it's just like, okay, well,
No, I don't think so.
oh my
They were
gosh.
all, I was just very autonomous.
Mm.
So it was a different kind of gig.
Which is great, which is great. If you
Yeah.
can get those are amazing. Well, my last question is a three-parter.
Okay.
So we're transcribing this. We're literally dropping our issue later on tonight. So this a large chunk of this will be transcribed into that interview. So we have a
Okay.
feature called New Year, New You. So we don't really look at like resolutions and things like that, but we do like to look at what are the good things that took place this year that you're happy about, whether personally or professionally. What are things that you thought you would work on this year but are moving into next year for whatever the reasons are? And then what are the things that are the buzz that are coming out that we can share with our readers? So, what are the good things that you felt took place in 2025?
Oh gosh, there were just so many.
Which is amazing. I
Um,
always love hearing that.
yeah. I mean, I would just say overall, there was a sense of grounding finally
Yeah,
with us. And I do feel like, after COVID, like I was saying, it's like everything was turned upside down. And I
yeah.
feel like we got in a groove
Hmm.
last year. And so everyone was just really kind of sunk into their roles.
Yeah,
And I feel like I finally had time to like, do something like Bridget.
yeah.
I mean, Bridget is going to be a big thing that's going to come out of that year.
I'm so
So
excited.
yeah, I mean, it's it's a different grounding is the only word I can think of it. As I just felt a little more grounded because
Hmm.
I finally breathe. It was like imagine thousands of products that I had to put online, and we don't have the manpower. You know, my me and my business partner, and there's three other people. This is it.
Yeah.
And then the people doing the work. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, and we finally kind of got in a groove. So
Hmm.
systematically things were just working better.
Mm.
You know how it is when it's like when you first get a new system in place, it's
Oh
a little bit
yeah.
topsy-turvy, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's like it's
It
you
just,
don't have to
yeah, you're
think
like,
about
all
it.
right, I can handle this. We know what we're doing. The bumps feel a little less bumpy because you
Exactly.
have parts that you're like, okay, this is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
can
It's
take
like
a year, 2, 3 years sometimes.
yeah. Yeah. But I do feel like less bumps went down.
Exactly, which is always nice.
So yeah, so that was
Wow.
good. And
Well,
then, well, on a personal level, my house that I've been working on for 20 years
oh wow.
is done.
That is an
Yes.
accomplishment.
And
After
my house,
20.
yeah, my house is kind of like, well, it's my jewelry exploded
Oh
in
my
my
God.
house. Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
I can't even imagine. Like, I was already
It's
thrown for
wild.
a loop with the idea of archives, but to have a whole house that's like that, I'd be
Yeah. Everyone walks into my house, they're just like, what? Where am I?
where do I look first?
Yeah. It's like that. I'll send you a picture of my green room.
I can't even, I mean, if the photo shoots or whatever are any indication, I'm like, ah, it's like a set. It's like a set. Like, oh my
Yeah, it
God,
is.
that's amazing. Well, were there things that you thought that you would tackle this year that you're now focused on for next year that you'd like to share?
Mm, uh, yeah, I do think that this coming year, I'm
Hmm.
going to have a little bit more of my personal creative
Mm,
space back.
nice.
So I was missing that, while the systems were happening and things were
Yep.
kind of getting smoothed out and the
Yep.
bumps and all that stuff. So I feel like this year I'm going to have that real creative space. And
That's
I'm just like,
amazing.
I'm feeling the energy bubbling up.
I
So I
love
think we're
that.
going to have some good stuff happening. And I do feel like, all of a sudden everyone's looking at us again.
Yeah. Wow.
So I feel like some really exciting things are happening.
I'm
Uh,
excited.
there's actually an influencer clients, Cats. I need to send her Instagram. She's very interesting. She works with Faustina. Do you know
Oh,
either of
okay.
them? You know Faustina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
her and Faustina work together. You need to hang out with them.
I would love to. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Very interesting. So I've just got these kind of people that are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And then these new people, these younger people that are doing these, the woman that's doing this series called The Body and
Yeah.
the stylist for Euphoria. I mean, they're
Yep.
like young girls that are totally hip who have
Mm-hmm.
no idea about my brand.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah.
And when I say that I've been around for 26 years, they're like, what? No idea.
But there's
So
always something new to uncover because what
Yep.
I say that and I'm like, well, oh my God, they've been around. But these younger people, and there's just so much stuff. And unless like some brands are throwing themselves so many different places, and that becomes saturated. But when you find
Mm,
these hidden gems, like your brand is always one that I like keep coming back to, or I'm just like, oh my God, like I wear it. But if we have a shoot, I'm like, yes, like we have
yeah.
hopefully we'll get that confirmed. But Kristen Kish, who is in Top Chef, who is going to be on Traders, which I'm so excited. So that should be a
Okay.
cover of ours for February. So once we get that confirmed next week, I will be emailing like,
Great.
okay, because she is just,
Ready.
she's so stunning. Like, I love her.
Uh,
I love her to pieces.
awesome. Yeah.
Uh,
So, well, it sounds like you have some things happening too for the new year.
yes, yes. I feel like things are aligning where it's like, okay, now people are activating. We can make a plan. People
Yes.
feel comfortable enough, like they know whatever their production schedules are, whatever. So, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Activated is a good word.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
am
some people,
feeling, yeah, I'm feeling activated. This
yeah.
year, this is where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this time last year, I was like, okay, there are going to be a lot of good things, but wow, it's going to be some mountains. And this one, I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I know these people are interested. We have them on the hook. They're activated. So, because
Yeah.
people have no problem talking for the sake of talking, but then like, where is it going? And this
Yeah.
time, I'm like, wow, there's like at least 5 to 6 things where I'm like, okay, I feel very strongly about that. There's no indication of too many weird things. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
and the last part of the question is, I mean, obviously we know I'm excited about the whole euphoria of it all, but are there anything, in your world that's going on that is the buzz that you would like to share with us for us to know about?
Well, I mean, again, I do think it's these TV programs
Oh
that are
yeah.
picking up on us in the movies. And I
Yeah.
just feel like it's going to happen over and over and over again. I
Hmm.
mean, there's just these people that are kind of coming in and it's like, oh, well, they're connected to Goop and they're connected
Yep.
to this. And it's like, okay, like I can see it now.
Yeah.
Somehow there is a happening.
Yeah.
And I'm
I don't know if she.
okay, there you are. You're
But
frozen
somehow
again.
it's all happening and coalescing to come together.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I do feel like, in my younger career, it was a little bit overwhelming
Yeah.
and I didn't quite know how to monetize on things and how to really handle it. And I
Yeah.
do feel like social media and things like that is really going to make a,
Mhm. Oh, there we go. Hello
okay,
again.
I got you again. Sorry.
That's okay.
Anyway, I don't know. I didn't have any real specific things going
No, I
on,
mean,
but it's
I
just an energetic thing.
I love
And
that.
I'm very into numerology and astrology and all this. And it's like last year was a 9 year for me. So that's kind of like a
Mm.
closing. That's like
Yeah.
an ending of things.
Hmm.
And then, so this is my 1 year.
Oh, I
So
love
this is going to
that.
be a very exciting time. It's like I'm starting fresh.